Karnataka Consequential Seniority Act, 2017. Detailed overview. Purpose. The Karnataka Consequential Seniority Act, 2017, was enacted to provide for consequential seniority to government servants promoted on the basis of reservation in civil services. This act ensures that employees from scheduled castes, SC, and scheduled tribes, ST, who are promoted through reservation policies retain their seniority over those promoted without reservation. The Act aims to address historical injustices and provide equitable opportunities for advancement within the public sector. Effective date. The Act is effective retroactively from April 27, 1978. This date aligns with the Government Order No. DPAR 29 SBC 77, dated April 27, 1978, which introduced the policy of reservation in promotions for SC/ST employees. The retrospective application is in accordance with Article 16, 4A of the Indian Constitution, which allows for reservation in promotions with consequential seniority. Key provisions. 1. Determination of seniority. The Act establishes a clear method for determining the seniority of SC/ST employees who are promoted under reservation policies. The seniority is based on the length of service in a cadre, ensuring that SC/ST employees promoted via reservation do not lose their seniority to those promoted through general merit. The inter-SE seniority among promoted individuals, both reserved and unreserved, is maintained based on their seniority in the lower cadre. 2. Protection of seniority. The Act validates and protects the consequential seniority already granted to SC/ST employees from April 27, 1978, onwards. This provision ensures that any seniority accorded based on the reservation policies from this date remains intact and is not subject to dispute or revision. It upholds the historical seniority rights of SC/ST employees, providing them with stability and certainty in their career progression. 3. Review and adjustment. The Act mandates the revision and adjustment of existing seniority lists to ensure compliance with reservation policies. This involves reviewing promotions and seniority lists to correct any discrepancies and ensure that the reserved category employees are accorded their rightful seniority. If any excess promotions or deviations from the reservation policy are found, adjustments are made to align with the correct roster points. Employees who cannot be adjusted within the current framework are placed in supernumerary posts until they become eligible for regular promotion. 4. Legal validity. The Act upholds the constitutional amendments related to reservation in promotions, specifically Articles 16, 4A, and 16, 4B. These articles provide for reservation in promotions with consequential seniority and the carrying forward of unfilled reserved vacancies. The Act aligns with these constitutional provisions, reinforcing the legal framework that supports affirmative action and equitable representation in public employment. 5. Judicial context. The Act references significant Supreme Court judgments that have shaped its implementation. Key cases include A. M. G. Badapanavar and another versus State of Karnataka. This case dealt with the determination of seniority between reserved and general category employees. The Supreme Court's interpretation of the Karnataka Government Servants' Seniority Rules, 1957, influenced the framing of the Act. The B. K. Pavitra and others versus Union of India and others. In this case, the Supreme Court emphasized the need for a proper exercise to determine the inadequacy of representation, backwardness, and overall efficiency before granting consequential seniority. The Act incorporates these judicial guidelines to ensure compliance with constitutional requirements. 6. Implementation. The implementation of the Act involves comprehensive data collection and analysis to ensure adequate representation and efficiency in state administration. The Government of Karnataka has conducted studies and gathered quantifiable data on the backwardness of SC/ST communities, their representation in civil services, and the impact of reservation in promotions. The findings confirm the need for continued reservation in promotions and validate the efficiency of administration despite extending these reservations. Detailed analysis. Historical context. The Karnataka Consequential Seniority Act, 2017, addresses a long-standing issue of underrepresentation and marginalization of SC/ST communities in public employment. The introduction of reservation policies in 1978 aimed to rectify these historical injustices by providing SC/ST employees with opportunities for advancement. However, the lack of clarity and uniformity in the application of these policies led to various legal challenges and discrepancies in seniority determination. Legal and constitutional basis: the Act is grounded in the constitutional mandate of Article 16, which provides for equality of opportunity in public employment. The specific clauses, 16(4)(a) and 16(4)(b), inserted through the 77th and 85th constitutional amendments, empower the state to provide reservation in promotions and consequential seniority to SC/ST employees. These amendments were a response to judicial pronouncements that highlighted the need for clear legislative backing for such reservations. Judicial pronouncements and their impact: the Act has been shaped by various judicial pronouncements that provided clarity on the application of reservation policies in promotions. The Supreme Court's judgment in M.G. Badapanavar emphasized the need for specific rules to determine seniority for reserved category promotions. The B.K. Pavitra case further reinforced the requirement for a detailed assessment of representation, backwardness, and efficiency before implementing consequential seniority. These judgments have guided the drafting and implementation of the Act to ensure it withstands legal scrutiny. Implementation mechanism: the implementation of the Act involves several key steps. 1. Data collection. Gathering comprehensive data on the representation of SC/ST employees in various cadres and their progression over the years. 2. Review of seniority lists. Revising existing seniority lists to identify discrepancies and ensure compliance with the reservation policy. 3. Adjustment and regularization. Making necessary adjustments to align with the correct roster points and creating supernumerary posts for those who cannot be adjusted immediately. 4. Monitoring and compliance. Regular audits and reviews to ensure ongoing compliance with the Act and address any emerging issues promptly. Challenges and considerations: the implementation of the Act faces several challenges, including resistance from non-reserved category employees, legal challenges, and administrative complexities in revising seniority lists. Addressing these challenges requires a balanced approach that ensures fairness and equity for all employees while upholding the constitutional mandate for affirmative action. Conclusion: the Karnataka Consequential Seniority Act, 2017, is a significant legislative measure aimed at ensuring equitable representation and career advancement for SC/ST employees in public services. By providing for consequential seniority, the Act addresses historical injustices and promotes inclusivity within the state administration. Its successful implementation requires careful planning, data analysis, and adherence to legal guidelines to ensure that the intended benefits reach the targeted communities while maintaining overall administrative efficiency. If you liked all these points, please like the channel and share it with your friends. More good information about service matters will be brought to you in the future. Endless thanks to you for listening to this voice message.